Okay, so I didn't realize this was going to be a two-part podcast, but that's kind of the way it turned out. What happened was, I'm not going to make anything up. Yeah, I just hit the wrong button, and the show went off. And as soon as I did it, I knew what I did, and I started just punching my fist. I think my knuckles are red right now. But I recuperated, and I'm good now. I was telling Allie, I said, I wish they had one of those, are you sure you want to exit buttons on there when you do that. But anyway, I need to type in the chat. I'm back live because I'm a dork. But it's so good to see everybody. It's been, I guess, a couple of weeks since we did a live broadcast, and we've got some exciting news coming up. If you're going to be in the Nashville area this weekend, this Sunday, then you can stop by and we can actually meet. We can do a live interview. We can chat a little bit on the air if you just want to get on and say hi, that kind of thing. So it should be a lot of fun. And we've got those really cool, trendy Kris Top Program bracelets that we're going to be handing out, and also we've got some T-shirts and stuff like that. But it's for a great cause. We're actually putting together T-shirts. Or putting together care packages. I've got T-shirts on my mind. Putting together care packages to send away to the troops. Now, there's more information on the Kris Top Program page. If you want to go check that out on the Facebook page. And I'm trying to go over there, and I want to click on this link because I want to tell you a little bit more about it and where it's at. It's going to be at the American Legion Post 88. That's 2868 Elm Hill Pike. In Nashville. So come out and see us. You might get a T-shirt or a bracelet out of the deal. If you've been on the show before, then you know I'm going to talk to you. You know we're going to put you on the air, and maybe we can do some live entertainment. I don't know how it's going to work. Some of that stuff's up in the air, but it's going to be fun, and it's going to be for a great cause. And a lot of people don't have money to donate to stuff like this. So that's okay, too, because you can come and actually help assemble the care packages. And if you got a few extra bucks on you, then they'll sure take it because they can use that money for postage and things like that. So should be a lot of fun. And then Allie's going to be making her comedic debut on stage. So that should be very entertaining, at the very least interesting. So you should come and check her out as well. What time are you going on? She is going on at, I have no idea what time. So just come by. The event's going to be from noon until 5 o'clock. And Allie will be on stage sometime in there, and you can say hi to us anytime. We're going to get there early and set up and all that good stuff. So I'm looking forward to meeting some of my friends in Nashville. Now, on the program today, we have Nicki Kris, and I'm late calling her. I don't want to waste any more time. So I'm going to go ahead and get her on Skype here in just a sec. You're going to absolutely love her music. I promise you that. There's one song in particular that's my favorite, and I don't want to say what that is yet because I want to make her wait. I don't see. I like to do that. It's like a mean little game that I play with people I have on the show, and I don't know why I do it. It's like, yeah, I've got a favorite. I'm going to play it last, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's just fun. It's just something fun to do. But Nicki Kris coming up on the Kris Top Program.
Are you ready to be a podcast superstar?
Publishing your podcast is a simple 3-step process.
Produce your podcast.
Write your blog post.
Publish.
Think of it as a recipe. WordPress plus PowerPress plus Blueberry hosting
equals success.
No third-party sites
You
to log
never leave
into.
your own website.
You remain in control.
You own your RSS feed.
Go to thekristoprogram.com and click on the Blueberry banner.
Your first month free. The Kris Top Program, working on being awesome worldwide.
I am a true dork. I will admit it.
Yes.
See,
I am.
We use that as a term of endearment. Do your I'm Batman impression. Good. Oh, that's like Catwoman. Where did that
I don't know. What is that?
That's the closest I can get.
Dorks of the world, unite.
I have a picture, like a side-by-side picture of me next to a velociraptor, and
Wow.
we're making the exact same facial
That's impressive.
expression, so it's like twins. Come rap on one of my songs. It'd be a good time.
go?
it's
Just give me a little bit.
Yup, there goes gravity. Yup, there goes gravity. So
Oh gosh. TheKrisTopProgram.com.
Yeah!
You can either talk in the Kris Top Program. Take it from the top.
I do not, nor will I ever take any of you for granted, because there are a million other things you could be doing, but guess what? You chose to listen to me, and that makes me feel pretty darn good. It really, really does. I want to say hi to Crash that's in the Spreaker chat. Crash, why don't you come on over to thekristoppprogram.com. That's where all the cool dorks are hanging out. I want to say hi to Martin that's in the chat. We got Allie. Nicki's in there hanging out. So I'm sure there can be some Twitter exchanges going on if you guys want to jump in the chat and say hi. And if you're listening on iHeart or Stitcher, then make sure you leave questions or comments on Facebook or on Twitter, because you're listening to an archive show. If you want to catch it live, you've actually got to go to thekristoppprogram.com. Oh, that's a mouthful. Nicki, how are you today?
I am doing absolutely fabulous. A little cold, but that's okay.
Yeah, how cold is it there?
This morning it was 22.
Oh, we had that here. I guess it was a couple of nights ago. It got down to like 19. But now it's like in the upper 40s today, I think. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, it got up into the 40s, but the mornings are still pretty chilly. And it's a little early for it to be too cold. So
yeah, now where are you at exactly?
I am just outside of Raleigh, North Carolina.
So it's a little cooler in Raleigh today than it is in Nashville.
Yes.
So that's why you need to be in Nashville recording.
I would love to be in Nashville. I was there in March, and I absolutely loved it.
Now, what were you doing there in March?
I actually just went for a weekend just to hang out, see what Nashville had to offer. I went with some friends, and we just did kind of like the touristy thing. So
yeah,
had a ton of fun. It's an awesome city.
Well, you need to come back and get you a couple of gigs lined up. That way we can come see you.
I would love to do that.
It's not too far away, is it? I mean, how far is the drive?
Well, it's only an hour flight.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you could just zip on over and play your gigs and then zip back and nobody will even know you're gone.
I know, exactly.
I absolutely fell in love with your voice. And,
thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome, but it's just the truth. I mean, if you weren't good, I wouldn't have you on the show. I wouldn't.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you.
Well, there's one song in particular that really struck a chord with me, and I guess it's the melody and your voice. I don't know, but it's my favorite, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Okay. We're going to play it last.
Okay.
Not that the other songs aren't good. I love them all, but it's just my favorite.
All right. Now I'm like anxiously awaiting to see which one it's going to be.
I know you are.
And I heard at the beginning of your show that you like to do that.
I do. I really do. But, I'd like to research a little bit and know who I'm talking to beforehand. And I do like to listen to the songs before we go on. So it makes it more fun if I know a little bit, a few things. So now I was checking out your biography earlier, and something, it struck my interest. Let me get back. Now you started out at a very young age. You actually taught yourself how to play the piano.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm still not very good at it, but yeah, I mean, I self-taught myself how to play the piano. I still have a guitar sitting next to me that I still need to teach myself how to play, but that's generally what I have done, is just self-taught pretty much.
Yeah, now, how does one self-teach themselves? I never understood that, because I could sit in front of a piano all day and just bang the keys and not learn a thing. I mean, how do you go about doing that?
Well, I think because I took like musical theory and those types of things in high school, that, from a chord progression structure and stuff like that, it was a little bit easy for me to understand, how the notes fit together. So I actually generally play more chord focused. Rather than, individual keys. But it actually has been very helpful when writing songs, because I know, what chords go in certain keys and so on and so forth. So it ends up, to me, even though I'm self-taught, I actually play around with a lot of different chord progressions that way. And it's, for the most part, worked out.
You're totally talking over my head.
Sorry.
But one of the things that's interesting, and I've spent some time in Nashville, and I've met a lot of session players and people like that, and I will stand behind this till the day I die, I swear. But I think, I know Nashville has probably the most talented musicians in the world. I really, really feel like that. And when you talk to them, hardly any of them know how to read music. Which it just baffles my mind. They just hear things and they play them like they've played them for years.
Well, right. And see, I'm the opposite. I don't play by ear.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can read music. So, you know, it's a little bit different that way. I learned the opposite way.
So it just blows my mind. I can't wrap my brain around it either way I look at it. I just can't do it. But anyway, now you were born and raised in North Carolina.
No, I was not.
No, okay. So it says you're from. Okay, so teach me. So where are you from?
So I was born in New Jersey. So I'm a Jersey girl.
Okay.
A Yankee.
Uh-oh.
Transplant. But I lived up north for many years, and then actually relocated down to Virginia area when I went into college, and then moved back up to upstate New York after that, but then have been in North Carolina now, quite some time, since 99. So it's going on quite a long time.
Okay, now let's go back to college for a second. Now, when you started college, was your focus at that time, you know, I'm gonna graduate from college and I'm going to just be a big recording artist? Was that your goal at the time?
That was my goal at the time. Okay.
So some things happened. So can you give me some insight on what happened? What led you away from your dream?
Yeah, you know, I mean, back when I was done with college, you know, I mean, those were the days where you actually walked around with a demo tape in your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was the days of, you know, the digital age hadn't come about yet. And it was the days of really who you knew. Those were the days of the big record contracts, you know, the multi-million-dollar record contracts.
Sure.
And, you know, just pretty much got to the point where I had to make a decision, you know, am I really going to do this and move to the right places in order to, you know, pursue this, or am I going to go out and get a real job?
Mm-hmm.
And the real job won out.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of people do that. They hit that crossroad in their life, and they think, okay, am I going to go to the right, to the left, or am I going to go straight? And a lot of times, you know, we follow the money, and you know, and we kind of just sweep our dreams under the carpet, and then maybe we get back to them, maybe we don't. But so many people go through that. Now that you look back at your decision. Do you have regrets? Do you wish you would have stuck with it, or do you think you should have waited and now's the time?
I have a couple regrets. You know, because I stopped for so long, it's taken a little bit longer for me to actually get my performing voice in shape.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because when you stop doing something like that, you're not singing all the time. I mean, I did things like, you know, maybe would do karaoke or something like that here and there.
Sure.
But, you know,
I
after
bet people hate you on karaoke night. It's like, oh, great. Here comes Nicki. I'm not going to sing tonight.
I know.
I bet all your friends that go with you, I bet none of them go up and sing, do they? It's like, oh, let's go support Nicki.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's crazy.
But you have fun. I mean, but one good thing, I guess, about what you did, you know, back then it was a lot tougher, I think. Or was it tougher to break into the industry back then? Because now it's a little easier for people to produce their own stuff, to get the information out there. But that also creates a lot more competition.
Well, it does. I mean, and you know, it's pluses and minuses, because I think I actually, from a songwriting perspective, I have a little bit more of an advantage now, because I've been through various different, you know, things in my life. And that I think that has sparked a lot of the songs that I have written. So I think from that perspective, I have an advantage. But obviously, yes. I mean, nowadays it's so easy to record at home. It's so easy to put things out there. And, you know, people like me, I don't want to say it are a dime a dozen, but we are a dime a dozen. And you really have to have something that stands out above the rest in order to get yourself recognized.
How did you feel like when you were spending time